out of Savannah, Georgia, of BetterBodyCrew.com. And in this video, if you watch it on YouTube, I labeled it on. I'll probably keep the title, but I labeled it. I titled it "Why I Think Company Rank is Often Overrated." Okay, why I think company rank is often overrated. And if you hear that squeak squawking, it's because this is the time of day where I walk to my son's school to pick him up, and I invite you guys along with me as I walk and talk about various things. So I got on my bounce boots. In case this is your first time, you should get you some bounce boots. They look like this, and they're a lot of fun. So that is the noise that you will hear. Now, if you don't know, I am in the profession of network marketing, direct sales, MLM, whatever you want to call it. Some people call it that pyramid scheme thing. I don't really care what you call it, doesn't bother me. But that's what I do. So frequently in my profession, we celebrate what's called ranks, which are, different levels of, should be achievement in the company, but oftentimes that is not the case. Some people are so, starving for attention, or being pushed by their sponsor that they sometimes buy rank. So, it's not, a rank is not always indicative of achievement. Hence, that's one of the many reasons why I feel that oftentimes rank, not all the time, but oftentimes rank is overrated. So I want to tell you guys this story, okay? Because I love stories, and you guys tell me you love my stories. So, hey, what's going on, Icy? Hey, sis. And so, and I talk to a lot of different people in a lot of different companies, and this young lady was telling me about how in her particular company, there was like a company event coming up, and this leader, she had posted like somewhere, I guess in the group or in the team dynamic, that she had a ticket for sale to convention, and at the last minute she couldn't go. I think it was like a death in the family or whatever. It doesn't matter, but she could not go, and she had a ticket to convention. So a leader reached out to her and was like, hey, I have somebody that could use that ticket. And so she really liked this leader. She really respected her. And so she was like, okay, great. And so the leader was like, yeah, and it was like one of those electronic things where you can transfer the ticket digitally. So she was like, yeah, just transfer it to this and da-da-da-da. I'm going to, give it to the person or whatever. And yeah, I'll send you the money. And all of this was done like right before convention. So it was a very tight time frame. The girl was nervous because she thought she wasn't going to sell her ticket and she didn't want to lose her money. So she just sent it. Plus, it was a leader. It was a leader in the company. So she was like, sure. Y'all know that event came and went. It was months later, and the girl had still not gotten her money. And this is somebody who needed money, and she did not get her money from that leader for the ticket. So she got upset, and she was just like, Kim, what should I do? And I didn't know what to tell her to do, because I was like, why would somebody do that? Like that, what could I tell her? And what ended up happening, she later came back and told me, is she reached out to the woman's husband and was like, hey, I don't know what else to do but to ask you, can you please tell your wife to give me the money? And so then the leader reached out to this consultant and basically went off on them. How dare you contact my spouse? And this was one of those couples that they both worked the business together. So it's not like she was, I don't think overstepping her boundaries. She was trying to get her dang old money, and I'm not mad at her. And she really, really did need the money. Even if she didn't, right is right, wrong is wrong. So, long story short, once that young lady got in touch with the leader's husband, he got her to give the money back. But this leader went off on her like, I was trying to wait to get the money from the other person. Well, if that's the case, first of all, she don't have nothing to do with when that other person paid you. You the one that took the ticket. You should have given her the money at the time that you took the ticket. And if the other person didn't give you the money, you should have taken that up with them. And if you're such a big leader, why the heck you don't have the money anyway? Why the heck you didn't have the ticket? Oh, okay? Why? All of these different things. So that was a story that I was just like I understood why she gave the ticket. And like I said, this was somebody that she respected, so she was really torn after that fact, because this is somebody that other people are celebrating. Oh, this person is so great. And the person was completely in the wrong. 100%. And it was just a very sad story to me. Now, I say that to say this. A lot of times people will ask, well, what's your rank? What's your rank? What's your rank? What's your rank? Why? And they'll say, well, it doesn't matter to me. Well, if it didn't matter, you wouldn't ask. And I'm not saying you should not ask. What I'm saying is I want you to understand, if you ask that question, why is it that you're asking? Why? And you can say, it doesn't matter, I don't care. But the truth is, in your head somewhere, you have an idea of what that rank means, what different ranks mean. Otherwise, you would not ask it. I remember when I was, and usually it's because people are trying to see how serious you are. They're trying to measure certain things or whatever the case may be. When I first started out, people would always ask me my rank. You know why? Because I was probably a bumbling fool, right? I didn't know what I was doing. So people are kind of like, well, hey, what's your rank? And it's usually not your clients. Your clients don't even know what a triple, double, platinum, chocolate dipped super ambassador is. They don't know. So the clients don't care. But usually it's somebody that's thinking about joining you and they know a little bit about network marketing or the company. They'll be like, what's your rank? And they're trying to decide whether they're going to join with you or this other person. Guys, if somebody asks you that, it really means that you have not done a well enough job of showing them that you know what you're doing. So they're using the rank as a way to identify whether or not you really do know what you're doing, because they don't have anything else. So it's a trust factor. But if you've given people enough evidence of your success, if you've given people enough proof that you know how to do what it is you need to do, and show them, hey, how you doing, and show them the same exact thing, then let me tell you something. Trust trumps most things. Okay? Trust trumps most things. So I don't get the rank question nearly as much as I used to. Barely ever. Yeah, I really don't get the rank question. Nobody cares about my rank. They know that I know what I'm doing. They know that I'm in it to win it. They know that I've been in this company since 2015. They know all those things. They know they like how I speak, how I articulate, you know, how to use the products, how I help people get results, both with a better body and a better bank account, and that's all they care about. So keep that in mind, okay? Trust trumps everything. If you have a lot of people that say, hey, I might join you, but what rank are you? Then that means you're not doing your job of letting them know that you know what you're doing. Okay? That's just it, point blank, period. Now, don't be intimidated by that question either, okay? Because, hey, how y'all doing? Because most people would rather be with like an entry-level leader who has momentum, who knows what they're doing, who's more accessible, than a top-level leader who has 50 million gatekeepers and has stalled out. Trust me, I know. How do I know? Because people tell me so. Everything I tell to you, I get from the field. I get from the mouths of the people. A lot of people would rather be with an entry-level leader who has momentum, who's found a niche, who knows what they're doing, who is accessible, than a top-level leader who has 50 million gatekeepers. They got a personal assistant. They got a bodyguard. They got a this. They got a that. They got their real cell phone number. They got their fake cell phone number that they give to the lowly people. But a lot of times top-level leaders have stalled out. They haven't produced anybody in their organization that has had any great success in a long time. They haven't given you anything to be excited about. They've been basically doing the same exact thing. Okay, Arun, sing. Okay, con todo el español. Esta plataforma no es para eso. Don't come on here wooing me, okay? I don't need a gentleman caller. Thank you. Not in English or in Spanish. Okay? Enfócate. Now, and if you watch it on YouTube, I told you this was a Facebook Live. So I just had somebody jump on, trying to offer me their services in Espanol. All right, so excuse me. I digress. Anywho, so yeah, don't be intimidated by that question. Don't lie. Don't ever lie about your rank. Don't ever apologize for your rank. Like, well, I'm only a green green cub right now, but I'm about to be a purple bear. About to be doesn't count. Potential doesn't count. potential is overrated too, okay? Potential means nothing until it's realized. So whatever you're about to be on the brink of, don't speak on it until you did it, until it's done, okay? All right? So don't apologize for your rank, because you don't know why a person is asking. Like I said, usually if they're asking, it's because they don't trust you, because you haven't given them enough information. But don't assume it's because they're looking for a top level leader. Some people are asking on purpose because they don't want you to be too high up in the hierarchy that they feel like you won't help them personally. All right? Now, I'm going to end this with my own personal story. Yes, I have my own story about a leader who was very overrated. So when I was in Atlanta, and what was this? I think this was like 2016, maybe 2017. I think it was like 2016 or so. So I was in Atlanta, and there was this leader who was one of the top, like one of the first people recruited by a top person in my company. And so I forget, you know, it's social media, Facebook, whatever. Somehow I stumbled on his page, started texting, like commenting on his stuff or whatever. And I liked the stuff that he was posting up. And so, I don't know, I commented on something, and he was like, well, if you like that, then you'll like this, and sent me like this YouTube video of something very inspirational. And I was like, wow, that's, you know, that's good. And we started talking. So he was in Atlanta, I was in Atlanta, and he was like, oh, okay, you know, I can put you onto my team trainings. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so nice of him. Wow. So, yeah. He would like share some trainings with me and share some knowledge that I found helpful. I forget how it came about, but basically he was like, one day he called me and he was like, hey Kim, I'm about to go out of town and my shipment is held up. My inventory is held up, and I just need something at least to make a batch of tea for this meeting. And so I was like, well, okay. And I'm thinking to myself, what does that have to do with me? And so he was like, you know, do you have any tea? Now, at this point in my business, y'all, I was struggling, like really struggling. Like, I was on the bare minimum requirement for what we call auto ship for my company, which basically means that you're eligible to receive commissions. So I was barely making it so that I could even be seen as active in the company. I only have 4, back then it was 4 packs of tea that we had. I only had 4 packs of tea. And so, and this was how I would be when I would have my 4 packs of tea. I would be like, dang, I need to detox. Do I drink 1 pack and risk someone calling me to buy the 4 packs, and now I don't have a full 4 pack? Or do I keep it to sell, and now I'm not using my own product? Hey, Miss Jenkins, how you doing? Well, you know what? After I left the house, I was like, I could have wore a light jacket. But it's not too bad, but goodness. So I was like, you know, that's how it was. That's how I had no inventory, y'all. I was really struggling. Just really struggling. So he was saying to me, basically, can I get that tea? I told him I only have 4 packs. He was like, oh, can I get those 4 packs? You know, I got some inventory coming in. By the time I come back from the weekend, my box should be here. And I tell you what, if you give me 4 packs, I'll give you back 8. Thank you so much, okay, Ms. Jenkins. So when he said that, I was like, sounds like a good deal to me, you know. I give him 4, he gives me 8 for the inconvenience. But in the back of my head, I was like, okay, and this is a ring holder, y'all. This is somebody who had one of those big NFL rings and all this stuff. So I kind of was like, well, dang, if you're such a big leader and you're doing so well and you have a team here, nobody on your team has any product to lend to you? Why are you coming to me? I mean, I know you've done nice things for me, but we just met. And see, that was the other thing. He had done nice things like, hey, listen to this. You might like that. And we had good discussions. So I kind of felt indebted to him. So I threw all caution to the wind. And I was like, man, he got a ring. He's this rank or whatever. And, you know, it's just 4 packs of tea. Why I'm tripping? I can't be like that. I got to sow a seed. I got to trust and believe. I got to this, I got that. So I told him, okay, yeah, you can come get the tea. So that was all the product I had. 4 packs of tea. He came and got it. Never heard from him again, y'all. Never. No, actually, I'm sorry. I texted him one time and I was like, hey, like, remember me? The girl who gave you 4 packs of tea? Mr. Leader? And he basically, what did he say? oh, I've had a lot going on. Y'all know the shuck and jive dance, right? I've had a lot going on. I tell you what, I'm a Cash App. No, I'm a PayPal. I don't even think we were using Cash App like that. He basically said he was going to send me the money electronically. I'm so used to people talking about Cash App. He basically said he was going to send me the money electronically, asked me for my address, you know, the email address to send it to. I got you. And so I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, it must have slipped his mind. Yeah, it must have slipped his mind. And needless to say, the money never came. And at that point, I was just like, you know what, Kim? That's an expensive lesson. If it looked like a duck, smelled like a duck, quacked like a duck, it's a duck. If all the signs are there that somebody is broke, that somebody's really not working their business, that somebody is not what they claim to be, don't ignore the sign. This is why I love the show American Greed, because it teaches you like how people, you know, forget low-level crimes where it's obvious. But American Greed teaches you how people can literally have like multi-million-dollar homes, boats, cars. They'll know celebrities, politicians, all these influential people, and they'll all be a fraud. It's all smoke and mirrors. So that was my experience. It was a lesson learned. Now, if you are, you know, if you throw your rank at me and you know, you are sparkling and you're shiny and, you know, woo, and all that, you better have what you need to back up that claim. Don't throw your rank at me and then need a favor from me. Like, not a favor that your rank should have you already, you know, squared away with. A leader shouldn't need money from you. A leader shouldn't need product from you. A leader shouldn't, and I'm not talking about if they come to do your home party, then you should provide the product. But I'm talking about like in my situation. So you really got to pay attention to that. A lot of people have these ranks, but they broke. A lot of people have these ranks, but they got no product. A lot of people have these ranks, but they got no team. Or their whole team hates them. Or their whole team has, you know, like everybody on the team is like, they suck. I'm telling y'all. And that is why a lot of people do not like network marketing. Like, I totally get it, because I've been through it enough. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I'm going, dang, Kim, if people like that shady in the company, why you didn't get out? Because the great thing about network marketing is that anybody can do it. The horrible thing about network marketing is that anybody can do it. You know, what that guy did, what that leader did, is not indicative or reflective of my company at all. That's his own moral fabric, or better said, his lack of moral fabric. That's his own lack of character and integrity. You got people like that in all companies. You got people like that right now on your job. So why am I going to let him block my blessing just because I was not astute enough to listen to my own gut, the Holy Spirit within me, everything that was telling me, girl, don't give him your tea. Why am I going to shirk the responsibility of listening and trusting my own self? Why am I going to let that take me out of the company? I didn't, and I'm glad I didn't, because look, years later, he's gone somewhere else, probably asking somebody else for their product. And my business has had, trust me, I got inventory now, baby. Oh, yeah. I got inventory now, baby. And the money to match. So, there's my story. There's another person's story. I hope you learned something from it. I really just don't want anybody else to be in that situation where they feel like they're caught between a rock and a hard place with a quote-unquote leader. Y'all, a lot of stuff is smoke and mirrors. Okay, and sometimes you have to pay the price, and sometimes that price is heavy for you to learn how to trust your gut, trust your instinct, trust your intuition regarding who to do business with and who you should not do business with. But trust me, you don't want to make that decision only on the back of what rank they're supposed to be, because that rank could be stank. Could be fake. All right, anyway, I'm at eHo School now, y'all. So I'll see y'all later. If you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and also the bell to the right, ding dong. So every time I upload a new video, you'll be the first to know. Thanks so much. Talk to y'all later. Bye.